The moment gravity vanishes, you don't float, you're thrown. A silent, invisible force launches you sideways at over 1,000 miles an hour. This is your first second in a world that's lost its anchor. Most of us picture a gentle, dreamlike drift into the sky, like the movies, astronauts floating around, looking perfectly chill, sipping water bubbles in slow motion. That image is completely wrong. Forget everything you think you know about zero gravity. What's about to happen isn't what anyone expects. It's the complete, instant unraveling of everything we take for granted. Let's break down the first 5 seconds, second by second.
This is what you're waiting for. I think we're ready to rock.
It happens in a flash. There's no sound, no warning. One moment, gravity is there, the invisible glue holding our world together. The next, it's just gone. For a split second, your brain can't even process it, and with only 80 milliseconds to react, it never really gets the chance. You don't feel lighter, not at first. Instead, there's a deep, disorienting lurch, as if the entire planet stepped out from under you. And in a way, it did. The connection between you and the 40,000-kilometer spin of the Earth is severed. Suddenly, every object, every person, every drop of water is on its own. Your sense of up and down, hardwired into your brain since birth, is wiped clean. You're no longer standing on anything. You are now just an object in motion, subject to the same laws of physics as everything else around you. The last moment of normal is over. Here's the part nobody expects. You're not rising. You're being flung sideways. Because the Earth is spinning, everything on its surface already has tremendous momentum. At the equator, you're already moving at 1,670 kilometers per hour, roughly 465 meters per second, even while standing still. Gravity was the only thing constantly bending that sideways motion into a curve, keeping you on the surface. The moment it's gone, Newton's first law takes over. Objects in motion stay in motion, in a straight line. And since Earth is a sphere, its surface curves away beneath you. The feeling isn't like flying. It's like the ground is quietly dropping away at an impossible speed. The air you're breathing right now is only here because gravity holds it down. Earth's atmosphere weighs approximately 5.15 quadrillion tons, and gravity is the only reason all of that is sitting around the planet instead of drifting into space. Without it, the atmosphere starts expanding outward fast. At sea level, air pressure sits at 101,325 pascals. At the top of Everest, 8,849 meters up, it's dropped to around 33,000 pascals, low enough that people need supplemental oxygen just to survive. In second two, the pressure around you is dropping faster than any altitude change in human history. Your inner ears, which rely on pressure to tell you which way is up, go completely haywire. This is barotrauma, and it hits like your skull is being squeezed from the inside. 5.15 quadrillion tons of atmosphere starting to move all at once. That's not a storm, that's the end of weather as a concept. Your body is basically a pressurized bag of fluid, and two things keep it that way: your skin and the atmosphere pushing inward from outside. Gravity disappears. Blood immediately floods to your head. Your face swells. Your legs deflate. Astronauts get this after weeks in space. Here, it happens in seconds. Your inner ears work like a carpenter's level, a tiny fluid bubble that tells your brain which way is down. No gravity, no signal. Instant full-body sensory chaos. And as atmospheric pressure drops to zero, the boiling point of water drops with it, all the way to body temperature. Your saliva starts boiling. Your blood bubbles. NASA engineer Jim LeBlanc experienced this in 1966 when his suit depressurized. Last thing he felt was his tongue boiling. He had 14 seconds. After that, lights out. 3 seconds in, You've already traveled roughly 1.4 kilometers from where you started. Look down. Earth holds 1.335 billion cubic kilometers of water, all of it sitting in basins on a curved planet purely because of gravity. Remove it, and that water doesn't slosh or drain, it lifts. The Pacific Ocean alone contains 710 million cubic kilometers of water, and it's now ascending in continent-wide sheets. As it rises into the near vacuum above, the pressure around it drops so fast that the water starts boiling, not from heat, but from pressure loss. This is called flash vaporization, and it means the ocean is simultaneously rising and turning to vapor. Meanwhile, the sky above you is fading from blue to black, because the blue color of the sky requires atmosphere to exist. No atmosphere, no Rayleigh scattering, no blue. At 4 seconds, the curvature of the Earth is stark and clear beneath you, and the planet itself is starting to react. Earth's inner core sits under a pressure of roughly 360 gigapascals. That's 3.6 million times the air pressure at sea level, held there by 6 times 10 to the power of 24 kilograms of planet stacked on top of it. That's a 6 followed by 24 zeros. There's no everyday comparison for that. It's just an absurd amount of planet. Remove that weight and the release begins. No, the planet doesn't explode in 5 seconds, but the process has started. There are about 1,500 potentially active volcanoes on Earth's surface, and fault lines that were already under stress begin to rupture. The largest earthquake ever recorded was magnitude 9.5. What's happening right now makes that look like a minor tremor. You're now flying through a sky of air, water vapor, debris, and chunks of the planet's own mantle rising from below. 5 seconds. The air is thin enough that hypoxia, oxygen deprivation, is already setting in. Cognitive function starts declining at around 4,500 meters altitude, and you're well past that. The moisture on your eyes and lips is beginning to vaporize in the near vacuum around you. Below you, the oceans are vast, rising masses of water and vapor. The atmosphere is a fraction of what it was. The surface is fracturing and glowing in places. And the moon, in a stable orbit for 4.5 billion years at an average distance of 384,400 kilometers, is now moving in a straight line. It won't disappear this second, but its path has changed permanently. 5 seconds, 2.3 kilometers traveled, 1 moon lost, 1 atmosphere gone, and 1.335 billion cubic kilometers of ocean airborne, all because of one number, gone. Gravity can't actually switch off. It's not a force that gets applied to you. It's a consequence of mass existing. Earth has mass. You have mass. Gravity happens. The only way to remove it is to remove the mass entirely, and that's not on the table. But think about what it's quietly doing right now. Every number you just heard, every kilometer, every ton, every pascal, that's gravity, quietly doing its job. It never announces itself. It never takes a break. It's been running in the background for 4.5 billion years without a single update, a single crash, or a single complaint. You just saw what happens when it stops. 5 seconds. That's all it took. Gravity isn't background noise. It's the whole song. Gravity is what keeps our feet on the ground, but curiosity is what keeps our minds connected. If you want to keep drifting through these what-if worlds with me, let's make it official. Stay grounded with us for the next journey into the Alterverse. I'd love to see your theories in the comments below.